Welcome back to another cleaning video. So today I'm going to be tackling my kitchen, and my kitchen is one of the most used areas. So this was a very requested video, and I just want to mention that I always start with my dishes, because if the sink is empty and the dishwasher is empty, then we have a good place to kind of go from there. And so I always tackle this first, no matter how long it takes me. I deep clean my kitchen once a week, and then the rest of the days I just make sure that I do one load of dishes and I reset everything. I'll do a quick wipe down if I have the moment to, or if it's something that's extremely dirty or stained. So I only deep clean once a week, and this is the deep cleaning that I'm doing. When I'm done with the dishes, I make sure that I put away the drying rack, because I do have to clean every area around the sink, and I want to make sure that I get any grime or grossness that's happening just from water that could be sitting there. I make sure that I also clean the areas where the utensils go, like the forks and the spoons. Sometimes random little crumbs get in there because it's a drawer. And then I also like to make sure that I hand wash the rest of it, so I don't have anything left in the sink. I like to use the Scrub Daddy sponges because they're so versatile. I've mentioned them in the past. And then I also like using these spray soap from Dawn. I think the power wash one is really cool. It really takes care of the grime. And once I do that, I make sure that I actually it's completely empty, and now I'm going to tackle the sink. The sink can be a little tricky because if you don't properly wash it, it's gonna smell, right? So we don't want any random smells coming out. And right here, I'm just using the Dawn soap and I'm spraying it all down. And I'm going in with another Scrub Daddy sponge. I think this is called Scrub Mummy. It's one of the pink ones. It's really cute. But I like to go in all the grooves, make sure the food is completely clear. I rinse it properly. And then I make sure I clean the back part of the sink where the faucet is, because a lot can collect there, whether it be hard water or food. I then start working my way from left to right. I take everything off the counters. I deep clean every section. I make sure that the trash is thrown away, the dishes are put away. And this is kind of like the proper way of me doing it. Cleaning from left to right and from top to bottom is how I'm able to be more efficient. The island is the last part that I do, because the island can be kind of like a catch-all. And so in my opinion, this is like the hardest part for me to tackle. So I usually leave that to the very end. Once it's completely clean off, there's nothing on it, and then I go in and I deep wash it. And I used Dawn dish soap as well for this, and then I use a microfiber and a sponge to kind of clear everything off. And that's how I tackle the island. I do keep my fruits and vegetables there, so there's always going to be some random crumbs that fall off for food. Like I said, unfortunately, it becomes a catch-all more often than not. So this is definitely an area that we want to clean as often as possible. If you're having a hard time maintaining your kitchen, I always recommend setting timers, 5 to 10 minutes to be able to tackle everything. It may happen, it may not happen. It really just becomes a habit. And for me, deep cleaning it once a week has been easier rather than cleaning it every single day. Now, I want to make sure that I kind of touch base on this, but deep cleaning really means scrubbing and getting into every groove in every area. You can still clean your kitchen and pick up and do some areas that may have food or that definitely don't need to be left behind. I think that's okay. I just don't go in like with the mentality of deep cleaning my kitchen every single day, because what's going to end up happening is I'm going to be burned out. Recently, I've had sick kids at home. It's the summer. Everyone is at home. The kitchen gets used all the time. And so I definitely feel a little bit of a burnout coming, even though I just clean one section of my house at a time, or, a section of the house at a time. I like to go in with like bedrooms and bathrooms and kind of group them alike. And then I also have my decluttering days, because the less you own, honestly, the better. Less is definitely more when it comes to this sort of stuff. And when you own less stuff, you have to worry about less items to clean, which is a nice part. But I also make sure that I remove decor items, as you see here in the kitchen, and I wipe them down, and I make sure that, it still serves a purpose, but I still enjoy it. If I don't feel like it serves a purpose or I don't enjoy it, then I remove it, because honestly, why would I waste my time cleaning it if I'm not really happy with it there? And once I've gone in and just kind of wiped down every single section and the counters, and that is completely done, then I like to go in afterwards and tackle my appliances. Now that'll be the fridge, that'll be the microwave, the ovens, and the dishwasher. I have the stainless steel stuff, and I don't know about you guys, but I absolutely hate how you can see little fingerprints, and not just little fingerprints from kids, but like grown fingerprints, right? It gets so gunky and gross, and a microfiber does the trick. And I use this cleaner as well to kind of go through all of the areas that have the stainless steel section. And then for the microwave, I like to put in a dish of white vinegar, and I put onto the highest for like boiling water in there, and I let that steam in there for a bit, and it will take care of all of the grime, like absolutely take care of the grime. And so I use spray away for the glass sections of like the ovens and the microwave. It really looks nice, it cleans everything, and I use a microfiber so it leaves it nice and shiny, especially when you've been touching it all week long. And then when I go back to the microwave, I like to dip the microfiber a little bit into the hot vinegar, and I'll be careful because it's probably going to be like really hot. And I like to wipe down any of the food that's in there. I like to make sure that it's nice and clean. I don't like to use any chemicals in the microwave because I'm afraid that when you reheat something up, a microwave can activate some of these chemicals and go into your food.